So I decided to start 3 or 4 minutes early. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Kathleen. I am on a life journey, a healing journey, and part of my healing journey is doing, you know what, I'm going to close the door. Part of my life journey is art healing. Healing in art healing, however you want to call it. And for me, that is through acrylic pour painting or fluid art, however you'd like to call it. Whenever I Google it or YouTube it, search it on YouTube, I find acrylic pour painting. Yes, there is. You can find it through fluid art as well. So I'm just going to practice here because sometimes I forget to show people's messages. This is one that came up while they were waiting, from Dora from Exploradora 80. She's got a wonderful channel, beautiful personality, and you'll enjoy her channel if you check it out. And again, I'm not going to be reading the comments at the moment, but you can feel free to read them as you wait or as you watch this. There might not be a whole bunch of people watching after the live, but just in case, I just wanted to share with you and practice, share with you who I am a little bit, and then practice doing this so I don't forget. I will be painting, so that will be my main, the main thing that I will be doing. I will be conversing, I will be talking with people, but this is Tracy. So Tracy with an I-E, wild and free. That's wild, W-Y-L-D-E, wild and free. Both of those channels are very unique from my channel, from each other's channels, although the one thing that we all have in common is we all love to paint. Now, Dora and Tracy both love watercolor, and I love watching their colors, but they both have a lot more to their channel than just the art, but the art is a part of their life as well. So feel free to check them out. Anybody that comes onto my channel and is involved in the comments and in my channels as well, I will check you out. Now, sorry that I look like a raccoon with my lighting. It is the evening, so tomorrow, who knows, I might end up doing my live a little bit earlier, just because the lighting from my window will help a lot than the lighting from my ceiling. So little by little, I will be figuring this out, and each day my goal is to make this better. 1 minute to 7, so 7 o'clock is when I am starting my whole thing. So I will wait for a little bit, and then from myself, I did write. This was the only time that I'm writing. So that's Kathleen's place. And I'm very excited as Christmas is just around the corner. And this year feels a little bit more encouraging for me. And I hope it does for you as well. Although it will be the two-year mark that I have lost my mom, and that I have already been feeling her loss. As the 2-year mark seems to be a little bit harder than the first year, I find. It was with my dad anyhow. It has now been with my dad. He passed away in 2016. So this March will be 8 years for him since he has passed away. So it is 7 o'clock. The lighting is bothering me. I don't know if that'll do any good or if I just need to put my hair back so it's not making a shadow over my eyes, although it doesn't really make much difference. I apologize tonight for that. Tomorrow I will possibly reschedule for an earlier time, but we'll see how it goes. If it doesn't work, I will figure out the lighting another way so it's not quite so bad on my eyes. So Although most of the time you're not going to be seeing my face, you're going to be seeing what I'm doing. So right now I'm going to take a look here. We are going to go live here. Hopefully we'll have 1 or 2 people out. And we are going to get started. Oh, and I need to turn my volume on my phone down. All right. So I could even put that down just a little bit more. So acrylic pour painting. This isn't the color white that I really wanted. It's not the same white that I used in my last one because I believe I ran out. Although I have to go check in my garage. Hopefully everything's not too frozen. I'll do that tomorrow. Bring in quite a few paints, different colors. But for now, this is more of a cloud color, I believe. Which is fine. It does have too many bubbles in it. So by tomorrow, that's because I mixed it just tonight. So tomorrow it should have less bubbles, although as we let it sit, it does thicken up some. Just trying to decide. Now, if I wasn't at some of your lives today, or I did watch some people's videos, I won't be only doing lives for acrylic art, but for a little bit, that is what I'll be doing. Just to get the channel hopefully headed in the direction that I'm wanting to go, as I did have no, Leonard, you don't need to go out right now. Go lay down. Thank you. So the reason that we have to have, I need to put some more paint that flows, is because it allows the other paint to flow well as well. If we just painted directly on the surface of the tile, it's not going to flow. It's just going to stick because of the friction. So I'll see if I have to add more after, but right now I'm going to work on doing garland, a style of garland. So we'll see how that turns out. I might need another color of green here, a darker green. I might, well, maybe not. We'll just do this for now. Actually, I might do a Christmas tree. Didn't really plan very well for this one. But it will still be okay. Should fit something up there. Now, I didn't do this type of thinner paints for my last trees that I did. So we'll see how this works. See if it works the way I want it to. And the great thing about this, if it doesn't turn out the way I want it to, I can turn it into something else. Now I will have tomorrow, not today, but tomorrow night, I will be doing the same thing, different styles of acrylic pour painting. Christmas themed though, Christmas colors, Christmas items. I will probably start the night by showing a little bit of my clothing line that I have. Do a little bit of yellow just to accent it a little bit. Not too much. We don't want yellow to take over. A little bit of gold here and there. A little bit of silver. That here top. And who knows, I might just buy a star or a bow at the ribbon store and see how that goes. So for those of you who don't know me, my name is Kathleen, hence the Kathleen's Place. For those of you who do know me, as soon as I'm talking, Joey's got to come. My little Joey. You coming in? All right. Come here. Come here. You going to go up in your chair? You going to go in your chair? Come here. Come, I'll show you. Come say hi. Come here. Come say hi. Oh, you can see his feet. Sit down. Because they can't see you. Okay, let's see. Hello, everybody. He just woke up from a nap. Well, he got bad breath. Okay. There we go. Here we go, everybody. You gonna go sit in your chair? All right. You go sit in your chair. There you go. All right, so now one thing that I am not is I'm not a professional at this. I'm just learning, trying to find my own style, painting through the acrylic art. But oh, I was going to say, if I wasn't on your live streams or watching a lot of videos today, it's because most of the day my head just was not feeling a little bit better right now. But I can blow away all of the green. Well, might not be a Christmas tree in the end, but it's getting the cells that I like, so that's good. Hopefully we won't have too much paint going off. And like I said, I'm not a professional at this. I'm just learning, so feel free to learn with me. It is something that I find very enjoyable. And once I'm feeling up to doing collabs, I'll do collabs with those who would like to. On lives or other. I actually quite like it. So I did on my clothing line today. In a couple days, I'm going to show you what I created for Christmas. Now, what I'm doing right now is I'm going to be creating a bunch of clothing and a bunch of tiles and whatnot for the next Christmas season. I mean, you can buy it today, but Christmas is at hand and things would have to be purchased quite soon in order to receive it by Christmas, especially for those of us in Canada or the US. If you're further away, I'm not quite sure how that would work. So. Looks like I've got a little bit of a glob in here. Maybe not. Yep. So I do need a little bit more paint just around the edges. Because we definitely don't want, and this is a family home, so if you hear people in the background, well, that's the way it's going to be. This is supposed to be Christmas themed, so I'm going to add some red in there. Close my door and see if that's going to, there we go. Get out some of the noise from the background anyhow. Just going to do that for now. And we'll see how that goes. Get it mixed in. Cool. So the theme is Christmas colors, not necessarily going to be Christmas ornaments like I did last week. Can you stop? But with the metallic paints, there's going to be quite a bit of shimmer in this, so I like that as well. So my green is metallic, my red is metallic. The yellow is not. It's a matte color. Would you stop, please, Joey? Joey? Stop. Should turn it this way. Well, okay, but you're staying out this time. Now, if I tried to leave him in another room by himself, that wouldn't work. And even with my door closed, my dogs like to come in to my room. I think both of them are gone now. So I'm trying to decide if I want to add a little bit more red in here. Feel free to say hello if you're out there. I'm going to try to set up something a little bit different for tomorrow night. I'm not sure if I'm going to do 2 lives or 1 live and try to hook up my camera, two of my cameras together. I have no idea how to do that, and I'm not techie, so. Do I want more, or am I just going to spread what I have? Let's try to. Made it a little bit thinner. Now that's what a lot of this art is. It is, I did end up mixing all of my paints beforehand, as sometimes some people found that a little bit tiring to watch, which is fine. So I decided this time, I enjoy watching people mix their paints, but that's because I want to learn how to do it better. And not everybody is going to learn how to do that. So. Well, I actually quite like how it turned out. Composition, the colors, everything. And you might think that this is, something that's really easy, and sometimes it is. I've actually just started to learn to get the lacing, as you see here. Let me use my pointer. A few different places here. Not as much as I would like. There's a little bit over here, but I am learning to get that a little bit more than I did, but I think I needed my paints a little bit thinner even yet. So I'm going to be finished with this one for now. Oops. Take off the drips. I am hoping tomorrow to work on the Christmas spheres, different shapes. So I had advertised this morning, and I've got my other ones advertised for tomorrow night. So hopefully I'm not interfering with anybody else's lives. It's never my intention. We're going to try and, oh, I got paint on my computer, my laptop. Let me do that a little bit better this time. Not getting the paint on my computer, but I'll just let it dry, and then I can peel it off. December, I know, is not an easy month for a lot of people. A lot of people are very busy doing different things. Some find this season a little bit hard, and I understand that. for us transitioning to having our kids, adults, most of them. It's a little bit different this year. It's a little bit better, I think. True blue. So all week I have scheduled my lives for this week. It's going to be a 7-day challenge. Uploading for doing lives challenge. I find it a lot easier with my help to do lives, but eventually I will be doing long form videos as well as short videos. So Debbie Sue had her operation today. I'm hoping that she is doing very well. I hope to hear from her in a few days just to know that she's okay. But the more important thing is that she is okay. Hey, Tracy. Well, thank you very much. I appreciate that. Appreciate you being here. I know it gets... Hi, Tracy. I know it gets busy once our spouses get home from work. Today, guess what happened to us, Tracy? We were going to take one vehicle in tomorrow to change the windshield and then put new tires on it. But now, that car is going to need a lot more work done to it because it was hit. Well, it hit something. I don't know what, but the tires aren't good now. So, canceled changing the windshield for now. And they're going to look to see what's wrong with it. And then my husband's flatbed, it looks like the transmission went on it. He stayed home to check the lights and different things. But now it looks like the transmission is gone on it too. So, and the vehicle before that, just a couple weeks ago, was maybe a month ago now, was totaled as well. So we are vehicleless. Yes, exactly. But hey, what can we do? Not much. the good Lord knows what we need and what's going on. And the other thing is I don't have our taxes yet, so done yet for last year, which I'm very behind on doing, seeing as it's almost next year. So that's would put a damper on getting a loan. But that is something that I'm gonna have to start doing 15 minutes a day or more. My brain just doesn't like to work with that right now. This is called the balloon pour. And nope, not balloon pour. Dutch pour. And this, I don't know if you can see. Yeah, maybe. Let me just lift it up just a little bit here. Got my spin table because eventually I will be doing spinning as well, but I have to put my box on the table to do that and set things up because I don't want paint everywhere. These lacing and cells is what I've been trying to learn to do, so I'm finally getting the hang of it. The paint has to be thinner than thicker. Then there's other techniques where the paint has to be thicker. Some people will say it doesn't matter what the paint is like for each technique, but I find that for me it does anyhow. So not quite sure if I'm happy with this one. A lot of times I will say that and I'd be happy, but sometimes it takes me even a few months to like something once I have it done, but I might just play around with it. This part is called the destructing of the Dutch pour. I have no clue why it's called Dutch pour, but that is what it's called. So what are you having for Tracy? What are you having for Tracy supper? What are you having for supper, Tracy? This is not as thin as I would like it, but do I want to have more in there or not? That is the question. Pork tenderloin, mashed potatoes, gravy, and corn. Oh, that's almost what we had. We had ham, mashed potatoes, gravy, and corn. Although I can't eat corn, even though I love it. But my body doesn't like it. Nope. I don't know if I like that either. Some people will just scrape things off and move this here and move that here. I'm not quite that talented yet. I've got lots of learning left to do. That's why when people were calling me an artist before, I was like, meh. Or not quite. But I think Dora forgot about my live because she had said she was going to be here, hopefully. But then I think I saw her on a live as well, so that's okay. That's okay. I appreciate you being here. Yeah, I'm learning to be an artist. Thank you, Tracy. You say the same thing, though, and you did for a long time. But you've been doing art way longer than me. But that's okay. I know. It's one of those things, where you just kind of feel like, how do you call that? Where you're not really something. I can't remember the name today for that. Well, I kind of like it. I covered up a little bit of the white that I didn't want there. Trying not to get paint on my pants. Again, put this, but then if I put that there, I'm going to bump it. So, oh, come on. Just put this, I don't know. Put that there. No, it's already sticking to my base. Come on, there we go. I do want to try a puddle pour, which I have on my wall one, but I've only done one that I've liked. So once you do one that's your favorite, then it's hard to redo it, I find anyhow. I'm going to, even though there's only 2 people watching right now, I am going to stay on for my full hour. And I really appreciate you being here, Tracy. Just trying to decide. I'm going to practice the same thing, the Dutch pour. Similar colors. And then tomorrow night, what I would like to have are spheres, Christmas spheres. If I can get to the store, or find my Christmas ornaments. Oh, great. I just touched my painting with my arm. All right, I'm going to bring this over here. If I can find my Christmas ornaments in our garage. We weren't here last Christmas, so we've moved from a shop for our are you doing an hour live each night for Vlogmas? That will help so much on your watch hours. Yes, it will. Yeah, I think I'm going to do I'm going to do 7 at a time, because then in my mind, I'm not, if I miss one day, I'm not going to feel guilty or like I'm messing up or anything, So. And then I want to do the 12 days of Christmas after as well, which I, believe it or not, I didn't know much about. I thought the 12 days of Christmas were like 12 days before Christmas as opposed to the 25th to the 5th of January. So didn't know that. I decided to do some research today, and yeah, so what I have to do too is figure out the best time for people to watch. And I don't want to interfere with other people's lives, but at the same time, there's so many of us doing lives, and then so many people are busy. So we'll figure it out. I'm not too concerned, but the timing is so tricky, and especially when so many of us do lives. Exactly. Very tricky for sure. Yes. So, and then time zones are different and everything. So, yeah. And a lot of us, my goal is to be monetized. I'm not in a rush though. Um, it's not going to stress me out. I don't have a set goal when I want to be monetized, which maybe some people might say that's not a good idea, but I think for me, it works better to not have a set goal. And the algorithm will be just figuring out my new direction here. And now that I have, basically just this as my niche, hopefully I will be able to grow watch time as well as subs. Now, subs, I'm good. It's not a rush. Nothing's a rush, but eventually I would love to be monetized. I want to be able to help out where I can. And first, I'll be investing into my channel before I do anything else. Once I start, even my first $100, I'll go buy new paints or canvases or whatever. I'm trying to spend as little money as I can right now. All of this stuff I have from before. The paints I've just been, some of them are house paints, but some of them are other acrylic paints that they are for acrylic pour painting. I've just bought off of Facebook Marketplace one set of them, and a smaller set I bought from Michael's. So but yeah, I don't have a mic yet, which, can you hear me well enough? I mean, I know it's not as clear as when you do have a mic, but right now that's just where, especially with all these extra expenses that are coming in. Sorry, I missed some things. I was multitasking and Rich was in the kitchen talking. I can hear you. Oh, okay, you can hear me. That's good. No worries at all. Multitasking is not the easiest thing to do. What other color did I put in there? Silver. If I get enough people in other lives, I might go longer, but I might start earlier in the day as well. I'm thinking. Joey wants in again, but I'm not sure I want to let him in, because as soon as he wants in, then he wants out, and then he wants in. Joey, stop. What time is it? It's 7:40 p.m. here. What time is it there for you? Nope, this one's just a mess, but we'll fix it. Yeah, we already ate dinner. Lately, For the, like, normally we used to eat like around 7 or 8 p.m., but lately we've been eating around 5 p.m., believe it or not. Yeah, it's missing something. So I'm just going to add the red and see if that does anything. Sorry. I'm very bad at multitasking on this end as well. So we'll add some red in. I didn't want to add it in until I did this because that's what I did in my last one. So we'll see. Add it here because that's where I have to blow some more. And I'm going to do 3 this time. We'll see what happens. Scary, scary. All right. All right, all right, all right. So what time is it there for you, Tracy? I think you're 2 hours difference or 1. We have been trying to eat dinner too, but today I was at the office and it was really crazy busy on December 1st. I had a package for Abby to mail. 5:42 is the time. Oh, you're earlier than me? I was thinking you were later for some reason. I don't know why, but that's what I thought. Oh, let's see this one. Now I've got too much white over there. But I had too much paint puddled in one spot, so. It's better with the red, definitely. And I do have the lacing in it in some places. But it's that fear, you know, of not getting things done. I can't even really see this. There we go. Not too shabby, not too shabby. I was working on one before the live, but it was a different style one. It's still a Dutch pour, but it's the one that actually looked like flowers. And yeah, I might just work on that one a little bit, change it up a little bit. If it's not too dry, that is. So it might be too dry. I can still add things to it though. Don't like it. Don't like it at all. It's just playing around. One day I'm also going to make jewelry with this. I'm hoping, my goal is to start farmers market or trade fairs and all that kind of stuff by the spring, but we'll have to see how that works. I've got to plan everything and register. So we'll see how that works. So there we go. Yeah, it brings out everything together a little bit, I find. Thank you. All right. See, this is what I was doing. It's kind of wonky, but I'm going to turn it into something else because I like it. So I'm going to practice my flowers elsewhere and other kinds of flowers, but this one I'm just going to turn into something else. Kind of the same kind of thing that I'm doing right now, but a little bit different. Don't need more silver in there. I'll just add it here. So I've already been sitting here for an hour or so. This one, seeing as it's just kind of thickened up too much already. And then I'm going to add some white because the color below is not white. As it sits here, the paints, they thicken up. Sometimes a little bit too much. Let's see. All right, and the color over here, who knows, that might be too thick already. Put that over here. And if it is thick, well, then I'll just play around with it and see what I come up with. Oh, interesting. Well, that's not going to be a nice over there, but I'm getting my computer all full of paint. Well, this is going to be a very different kind of painting for sure. The base is too dry. Yeah, they'll probably end up just wiping all of this off. And starting over. Yep, don't likey. Don't likey. Some people I've seen do things like this, but I don't know. What works for one doesn't work for another, and so on. So some of the parts I like, but not all of it. Not a lot of it, actually. But once it dries, I'll just peel it off. So anyhow, I'm just gonna, I'm gonna end now, Tracy. And tomorrow I'm hoping to have a lot more, sorry, I was just reading a StreamYard ad there. Yeah, I'm going to be signing off right now as well. So thank you so much. You have enjoy your supper, and we'll talk to you again. Bye-bye.